2020, 2020, 2020. No intro today. I've ever done an intro. 2020 has been one of those years where you could look back and you're like, it's not the worst year of all time. There were like thousands of other contenders in prehistory and medieval times that you could look back on and go like, yeah, those are all worse than 2020. But 2020 is the worst modern year that we've had in a while. Like, guess you have to go back to what, 1941, late 1930s, mid 1930s to find a year that was worse than 2020. And you know, there's no way I could put that in like a proper script or something. It's like, oh, 2020 is like that one friend who relapsed on a drug or something. Like, no amounts of weird metaphors and similes and analogies could properly describe 2020. One, there's this one thing that I'm sure you might have heard of called the COVID-19 pandemic. And maybe another thing that you might have heard of called the BLM movement. Or maybe you could try your hand at the obscure little thing that was the 2020 election. Or maybe if you really want to be obscure, you could talk about tensions between India and China. Or I could do you one better. What about the thing about Hong Kong losing independence? Oof. All right, I just want to say that I'm sorry for sounding sarcastic with that. That was not my intention. I just wanted to make a funny video about 2020, but mentioning all the horrible stuff that happened, it's impossible to really make it that funny. Anyway, let me continue with the video. Sorry for the interruption. And I could just keep going on like this if I had like a list with me. But 2020 has been one of those years where it's like so much crap happened and not a lot of it being good, where I can talk about personal crap that happened. I can talk about global crap that happened. And it all paints a picture that 2020 is not that good of a year to live in. And with obviously the worst one being that I was out of YouTube for 5 months, you know? That wasn't intentional, by the way. I was just dumb and I didn't know what to do for a video for 5 months until, first video of 2021. I gotta keep up the yearly tradition. And when going into 2021, I saw a tweet that my brother reposted that summarized it pretty good. It was like, 2021, you don't have to be a good year. You could be a bad year, but you have to be better than 2020. The bar has been set so low, you can walk over it. And hopefully 2021, personifying for a second, hopefully 2021 knows how to walk and doesn't trip over the bar that has been set on the ground for them. And it's kind of the same thing with a lot of things. Like, Joe Biden being president, he doesn't even have to be a great president for most people. He just has to be better than Donald Trump. I don't know why I processed into that mess. Okay. This video is going to take a very different direction. And I don't even have to post that many videos, just more than what I did this year, which is like, what, 4? Yeah, it's not going to be... 2021's one of those years where just doing okay is a great accomplishment. It's a grand achievement. Good job, dude. You did okay this year. I don't know much else to say. I'm 16 now, which is weird, considering that I was 13 when I started my account. Well, I was actually 12 when I started the account. I posted my first video when I was 13, and now I'm 16 making this video. inequality is not that much better. Go figure. Not only that, I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm halfway through my high school experience. Jesus. And not much else, surprisingly. Maybe things will change more this year in 2021 than it did in 2020, because 2020 has been kind of a block year. Hopefully, we can recover from what happened in 2020. Hopefully, I can make depression jokes without being like, oh, depression jokes, but I actually mean the jokes. Like, I'm being genuine, but I have to put in a sarcastic tone so I don't go to therapy. You know? I don't know. Trying to be hashtag relatable here. I think this video is going on for a bit too long. Overall, let's do okay this year, so that even doing okay is better than what happened last year. I think that's a good way to finish this off. Being slightly better is doing great. Because 2021 is not going to be much better than 2020. But just doing slightly better is going to be way greater than anything that happened this year. Or last year, I should say. This is the first video of 2021. I think that's a good way to end things off. I'd like to thank anybody that watches this video, who's been watching for a number of years now. Been pretty nice. I'm at 66 subscribers. Yay. Hopefully it'll be more the next year. Hopefully it's not just people I vaguely know. You know? And hopefully we can all do better. Whoa. Bye. See you later.